Good morning. Thank you for being up so early in my bathroom with me this morning. I just got up and it's time for me to do some hair maintenance, but I was asked to show how to apply my hair in a very different way, and I'm going to take you along for the journey and maybe you'll learn something. But the first thing we got to do is get rid of this one and then we'll get started. So, let's go on this journey. So today I'm going to bring you along as I apply my hair system using only glue for the first time ever. And for this example, I'm going to be using Lordhair's Light Cosmos hair system. The Light Cosmos is a mono-based system, which means it's very resilient. And it's called light because the density is very light, which makes it look more natural. See? Almost see-through. But before that, I'll give you some tips on how to remove glue from your system while I clean my old system up. First of all, just using your finger goes a long way. I remove most of the glue just doing this. And then I follow it up with a washcloth in order to get whatever's left behind. By the way, since mono systems are so resilient, using a face cloth won't risk tearing it. Another tip is using conditioner. Rub that in first and then rinse it off, and it helps turn the glue almost gummy so it comes off easier. Another option is to use a solvent like C22. Just spray it on, let it sit for 5 minutes, and it breaks the glue down, and then you can just wash it off. But C22 does leave an oily residue, so make sure that you wash that off with a little bit of water and dish soap, or else the next application won't be as good. I hope those tips help, so let's move on. Like every hair system, I start by washing it. I lightly rub the shampoo in because being too rough can be damaging. I also do the bottom just in case any hair gets stuck under there before applying. And then I let the water do the work when it's rinsing the shampoo out. Repeat the process with the conditioner. The conditioner helps the hair look healthier and last longer. Once it's nice and clean, I use a folded up towel and I put the hair on it and press down lightly in order to dry it without damaging it. And with that, the hair is nice and clean and we're on to the next step, my scalp. I shave my head using a trimmer to begin, and then eventually I use a foil shaver so I can get right down to the skin. The back can seem intimidating, but with the help of a mirror, it's pretty easy to do. While I'm here, I also do my neckline so it always looks like I have a fresh haircut, making everything look great. Make sure you use a skin protector to break down any oils and dirt on your scalp, and to apply, we're going to be using Ghost Bond. Pro tip, all systems have a tag on the backside. With the glue, less is more. I do these little dots in order to get everything placed because too much is no good. And then I use a toothpick to spread it out. That way we get a thin, even coat. After about 5 minutes of drying, I do a secondary coat in the same pattern. If you put too much glue on, it'll actually slip and slide around and it won't dry too well. Again, using a toothpick to spread it all out so we get a nice even coat. And as you can see, nice and tacky. If you can't see, there you go, nice and tacky. To figure out where your hairline belongs, just go to your eyebrow and go up about 3 or 4 fingers up. I usually go about 4, and that's where my hairline sits. Evenly apply the hair, and you press down so everything adheres. I use a hairband and let it sit for about 15 minutes so everything cures. I come back for the precision of the hairline because if I try to do it early on, you'll get glue everywhere, but this allows for an invisible hairline. So while I style my hair, let me tell you some benefits and drawbacks to using glue. Glue is less detectable in places like your hairline, and sometimes when removing tape you might tear your hair system, but with glue that's not really a problem. But glue isn't perfect. It breaks down faster than tape, so you need more maintenance. Tape is also easier to apply because you don't need to wait for it to dry in order to be able to do another layer. And if you sweat a lot like me, you run the risk of the glue seeping into your hair, so choose what's best for you. And just like that, your hair system's on and you can just forget about it. As you can probably tell, in the earlier clip I was styling my hair one way, and now I'm styling it a different way. And that's the beauty of these hair systems. You can style them in any way. They're as flexible as your real hair would be. That's because it's made of real hair. So yeah, hopefully that gave you another way to apply your hair system. I've always been the type of person that used glue on the front and tape in the back, but now that I've used glue on my whole scalp, I think I'm gonna become a full glue person because I really like how it just feels like my own scalp. Anyways, I hope this helps and I will see you next time.